is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna. Here to do another reading. Sorry, you guys. Just wanted to let you know that on my Facebook group, Tarot with Joanna, I am doing a Zoom. We are doing a Zoom with another person. She is also a psychic, so a tarot reader. So if you would like to know what's blocking you, hop on there and join us. There is a Zoom link on the community page. So if you're interested, it's going to be on Wednesday. Also, if you would like a personal reading from me, just comment on the video or email me and I will definitely get back to you. All right, so let's see what's going on, Pisces, with your reading. All right, Pisces, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Pisces, 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 Pisces. All right. Okay, 2 for Pisces, Spirit. This is for Pisces. Wow. Very nice. Wow. All right, Pisces, you have faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. Wow. Definitely, definitely get ready for this new path that you will be on. We are closing out the year already, so everybody's moving forward, so it's nice. You have mystic healer. Healing energy flows through you, definitely. And whatever it is that you do in life, know that you have your own gifts. You know, you could be a healer, you could be an advisor, you can, do whatever it is that you have a special gift. Just being in the room makes people, want to be near you because, you're so vibrant, you're so happy, and you have a good aura, like a good positive attitude. Just know that, okay? People flock to you because they want to be with you. So it's nice. All right, so Pisces, let's see what's going on in your reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. All right. I don't know why I'm shuffling the cards. I already did that. All right, well, we'll do it anyways because we need to. One for the current. This is for Pisces, Spirit. This is for Pisces. One for the situation. One for the past or now. One for what's hidden. One for the hopes and the fears. One for the what you need to do now. One for the what you need to work on. Nope. One for the outcome. Wow. You are definitely going through a lot of changes here. So you do have also the 2 of Swords here. So definitely trying to make a decision. Really have patience for everything. I feel like you're waiting on something. But you still have a lot of anger that you carry with you. Very interesting here. Really take that blindfold off to really see the decisions that you need to make. Oh, sorry, you guys, I'm messing around with my microphone, sorry. You do have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is talking about maybe you're waiting for your ships to come in. Did I just not say that? Wow. Yeah, no, I said about the decision. Okay, so you're waiting. You could be waiting for your ships to come in. I also feel like, you know how to handle yourself. Remember that you do know how to handle your emotions, mentally and physically. Pisces, you do have the 9 of Wands for what you need. The situation. The situation is about not giving up on anything. Really pushing forward. I feel like you will, and you are. You're also very tired. You've been hurt. You've been frustrated. But you keep going and don't give up. He has a 2 of Cups here. I feel like there's a decision that you had to make or contemplate. I also feel like you there could be some kind of offer that had came in, some kind of any offer. It could have been anything, but something came in like an offer or something, or it's still coming in. We'll see. Wow. Then you have the 8 of Wands over here. The 8 of Wands is talking about there's news, there's messages coming in. I also feel like there's change. You're moving forward, definitely. And there's fast movement here. You have the 10 of Wands for the hopes and fears. And that's talking about, setting boundaries, because you carry a lot on you. Pisces. You carry everybody's burdens, everybody's troubles, everybody's worried. You know, you're just like that because you feel everybody's pain. You feel their emotions, you know, but they're asking you to really, try to balance your emotions also, but really set boundaries here, okay? You have the Four of Pentacles here. There's something that you're holding on to. Could be the past. It could be something about just not wanting to let go of something. There's something here you're trying not to let go. So we'll see what that's about. Also feel like you need to start saving money. So feel like there's traveling here, that you're trying to do some traveling or wanting to do some traveling. You do have the Three of Swords, and you have been very emotional lately. You know, you've been in your feelings a lot. Your emotions have been very high. Of course, you're a Pisces. You feel everything. Then you have the Tower card here, and the Tower is talking about, for the outcome, is talking about there's going to be a lot of changes coming in, and I do see that, a lot of changes that are going to come in. So just know that, okay? You're definitely moving forward to something new. All right, so let's see what the cards say, Pisces. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. It's crazy. King of Cups. Why is the King of Cups here for Pisces? You have the King of Swords, and you have the Nine of Wands. All right, so you have the Nine of Wands right here next to it, right? So you really need to keep pushing forward. Like, don't give up on anything, you guys. With the King of Cups, like I said, you know, really try to keep your emotions balanced. Try to express yourself also without being harsh or being mean. Like, you know, try not to take out any, you know, your attitude on anything, anybody or anyone. Like, if you're having a bad day, you know, don't take it out on anybody. Just really try to keep them balanced, okay? I feel like you're really trying not to stay in your emotions, like, you know, feeling sad or being, you know, being cranky or anything like that. I feel like you're trying to move forward from that, and that's good. I also feel like you're going towards something new here. I also feel like you just know how to handle things, okay? That no matter what, even though you feel frustrated or you feel like giving up, you know, you don't. So, and that's very good. I like that. With the King of Swords, I'm sorry. You know, really start being focused, really start being bold, you know. Stand in your power about things, you know, speak your mind about everything that's going on that you want change, you know, be courageous, you know, be courageous, have that confidence. I mean, and be careful, really be careful on how you're communicating with others, because some people may not take a joke the way you could take it. You know, some people just like, you know, they're just like, oh, what? You know, take everything in defense. So be careful on how you're communicating. You do have the Nine of Wands. And why is the Nine of Wands here for Pisces? One more card. So like I said, you know, don't give up on anything. Keep pushing forward, because you are going towards forward. You are definitely moving forward. Okay, so trust your intuition also. I feel like you have that inner power, that inner power that you know about things. Like, you can see through people, you know, you can really see through people, but you need to start trusting your intuition on everything, okay? Use that gut feeling that you're feeling. Really trust your intuition. You also have the Three of Cups here. I feel like that you're moving towards celebration, togetherness. I feel also too that you have a lot of support behind you. Like, whatever it is that you're doing, you know, you have friends and family that support you very much here. It's nice. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. And also too, with the Two of Cups here for the past, I also feel like, okay, let's go back to this Three of Cups. I also feel like you need to express more gratitude, like be more grateful for everything. Okay. That's what they wanted me to tell you. Also too, with the Two of Cups here, with the Two of Cups, I feel like, you know, there could have been some kind of offer or connection here with someone. I feel like also too, there could have been a decision that you're contemplating. Wow, interesting. And I do feel like I feel like it's still now, but we'll see more. You have the Eight of Wands here. Yeah, I do feel like it's now. I do. Okay. So you have the Eight of Wands here, and the Eight of Wands. Why is the Eight of Wands here for what's hidden? One more card. Wow. So you have the Eight of Wands with this card. The Eight of Wands is talking about there's fast movement here. There's changes coming through. Definitely a lot of changes. And you are definitely moving forward, okay? There's unexpected messages coming in also and change. You do have the Devil card here, and sometimes you feel stuck at times doing something. Maybe it's things that you want to do, but you can't do them because you're too busy doing something else, or you have to do this, you have to do that, and I feel like at times you feel stuck. I also feel like you need to let go of these old patterns that you have. Like try not to go to these bad habits or these patterns that you continue to do. I feel like you're also very restricted at doing things. Like maybe you don't want to because you're afraid, or maybe you just don't want to because you don't want to say something or do something because you're afraid, or they're asking you to change that pattern, to find your courage to not be afraid of anything, to speak your mind about things, because you also have the Queen of Swords here. Queen of Swords is very blunt. She knows how to deal with things. She knows how to handle things, and you do too, Pisces. But you need to start speaking your mind. You also need to start standing up for yourself. Like if there's something going on, really start standing up for yourself, defending yourself, okay? Believing in yourself, because when the Queen of Swords shows up, that's you in reference. That's like, hey, stand up for yourself, defend yourself. You didn't do nothing, come on, something like that is here. You do have a 10 of Wands down here for the hopes and fears. And why is the 10 of Wands here? Wow. So the 10 of Wands is talking about the King. Okay, so you have the 10 of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Fool. Okay, so really try to leave those burdens behind. I feel like you're very overwhelmed with everything that's been going on. Really start setting boundaries about giving too much of yourself or trying to take on more than you should. It's time for you to stop that. Okay, it's time for you to start setting boundaries. Like, do you really have to go over there at 5 o'clock in the morning? Can't you do it? Can you just like not sleep in for a little bit? Try not to overburden yourself, okay? Because it will burn you out, okay? I feel like you're really trying hard to establish yourself, to create that strong stability, that foundation where you have enough of everything. And I do feel like you will, because you're on a new path right now, going towards this new path. You have this card here, and they're saying, don't be so overwhelmed with everything that you don't see this new path opening up for you, that you don't see all these opportunities that are here for you, because there is some kind of wealth here. But you're very overwhelmed and you may not be able to see everything that's going on. So they're asking you to really start setting, boundaries, start setting boundaries, start not taking on so much that because you're very overwhelmed with everything. And definitely, you are definitely on this new path. You have it here. You have it here. You have it here. It's a lot that's pointing to this new path that's opening up, because there is going to be a lot of change for you, Pisces. So be ready. You do have the Four of Pentacles here. And why is the Four of Pentacles here for Pisces? Wow. So you do have the Four of Pentacles here. You have the Knight of Swords, and you have the Moon card. You really need to start trusting your intuition with things. The Knight of Swords. Okay, first let's do the let's do this one. So so with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like you're really holding on to something. I feel like there's something here that you're holding on to. Maybe you could be holding on to the past or things from the past. I feel like you're really trying to stabilize your finances. There's traveling here. Maybe you need to start saving money also. I feel like you could be stubborn also, like not wanting to change, not wanting things to change. Like going forward, I feel like that's why they're saying, don't go back to those old patterns, or going back to to doing what you used to do all the time. You know, try to change it up, because I feel like you're having a hard time with change here. Wow. Also feel like you know, you could be holding back on something, like not wanting to see something, you know, not wanting to do something because you know it's going to change everything. Interesting. And then you have the Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords is asking you not to rush into any decisions, anything that's going on. You know, especially decisions, you know, or just don't jump into it. You know, don't jump into things that you just don't know about. Really look at both sides. Just be careful on how you're doing things, okay? I feel like you're going to have a lot of ideas. I feel like you're going to be successful with everything that you're doing. But there's something here that you're not seeing. You have the Moon card here, and they're asking you to trust your intuition, to use your intuition, because there are times that you really don't see things clearly as you should be seeing them. I feel like, you know, your intuition is a big thing here, especially for you Pisces, that you are very intuitive. You know, you have it here, now you have it here, and they're asking you to trust your intuition, to use your intuition, because that is a gift that is given to you. Because there are times when you don't use it. There are times when you're not seeing things clearly, and they're asking you to really use your intuition. You do have the Three of Swords here for the what you need to work on, Pisces. And why is the Three of Swords here on my card? Wow. So you're going to be very emotional. You could also be going through a healing, because I do feel like there is a healing here. Because there's a lot of changes. You've been going through a lot. You know, you're trying to push forward. You know, you're going to the next level. That definitely. Moving forward to something new. So that's definitely here. But your emotions are going to be, you've been very emotional lately. They're trying to ask you to keep your emotions balanced, really look at a different perspective on things, you know, step back and look at all your accomplishments, everything that you have done, because you do have the Nine of Cups here also. But they want you to look at things differently. They want you to see everything that you have accomplished, everything that you have done in your life. Like, do a big review, because you have done a lot and you've come a long way. And that's what they're asking you to do. They're also asking you to have gratitude. You had it here. Now that they're asking you to do it here, that's something that you need to be working on, or they want you to work on, to have gratitude for even the smallest things. Okay, even the things that are painful, you know, that we had to go through. Those are things that or teach us. Those are things. There are lessons that come with life, you know. So they want you to really really be grateful for everything. I do feel like there is some kind of there is a blessing trying to come in for you also. You have the Tower card here for the outcome. And why is the Tower card here? Wow. Very interesting. Okay. So you do have the Tower card here. The Tower card is saying that you are going through a lot of changes right now. There will be a lot of changes coming in for you. I feel like somebody around you could be pregnant, also be birthing a baby. Something like that is here. Something about being pregnant, or you could be pregnant, or a friend of yours could be pregnant. Something like that. You're picking up the energy. But I do feel like there's going to be a lot of change for you. So be ready. Okay. I do feel like there is abundance here for you coming in also. I feel like you're going to have a lot of ideas. You're going to try to put them out there, and it's going to create more abundance for you. So it's really nice. But the thing is that you're in your mind a lot. You're constantly thinking about doing this, doing that, and you have a lot of worry. You really need to leave that out of your mind. You know, try to go within, try to clear your mind, find that inner peace, because you're constantly in your mind. Okay, and that's something that's blocking you. That's something that's not letting you go forward or use your intuition or trust your intuition. Because when we're like this, worried about things, it doesn't let us use our intuition clearly or enough. Okay, so just remember that. It's crazy. All right, so really take the blindfold off and everything that you're doing. You know, really see things for what they are, you guys. Really set boundaries and really know that you are definitely going to be moving forward, and there's going to be a lot of changes coming in, so be ready. But I feel like they're all good things, all good changes, because it's a new direction. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will definitely see you next time. God bless.